though.
Okay. That's scary. Okay. Can you guys please remind me where I was? We were talking about the right? And I was doing me, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I think we were sorry. Try that. You guys know so much more about Zoom than I do. Thank you for your input. Let's see. So again, you want to take in a nice full breath and make that sound feel like it's coming from like your lips should be buzzing, your throat should feel relaxed. If it doesn't, move it until it does feel relaxed. And if you're moving and it still feels stiff, relax. Just relax. Make a relaxed sound. Ready? Go. Okay, so a really good thing you can do. Okay, so I'll do it again. Find a wall. I'm kind of far from the wall than I normally would be because the keyboard is right there, but this engages your core as you reach the high note, which is really good because you want to not engage your throat as you reach for the high note. You want to teach your body that it needs to give more from here, okay? If you don't have a wall, then you can always squat. That works as well. You can't see me? We need to see you click your video. You can't see me? My video's on. Yeah, my video's on. Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, so I'm in the 8th spot instead of the 1st. Yeah, because for some weird reason I wasn't the host. I don't know what happened. All right, let's start here, and we're gonna try either one of those techniques now. Okay, ready, go. So I wasn't really warmed up, right? I'm warming up with you guys. So at first I was kind of like, and then I was like, oh, it's a lot clearer when I place it more deliberately behind the nose. Okay, so anyway, let's continue. Okay, so you can use these same movements again to go me, so same concept. Or okay. Ready, breathe. Now the point of this exercise is connection, right? So you don't want to go that negates the purpose, right? Okay? Even if you kind of have to do a slight slide up to it, that's totally fine. Ready, go. And everyone doesn't need to be that dramatic. You don't have to be that dramatic with the slide, but just so you know, if you have to be, that's fine. Okay, there you go. If you notice, my top teeth are always showing when I get high. That's it. That's a key to his singing. When you do that, it lifts your soft palate as well. It makes high, wide space for you to sing out of. Can't sing through closed mouths, guys. Gotta open your mouths, okay? If you smile, it makes it so much easier to sing. Okay? Okay. So, I'm going to change it up a little bit. So for those of you who are hitting the high note, but you're kind of cheating it a little, or you're going, right? I want to hear you actually open up on the high note, okay? Support it. And hold it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 1, whatever, okay? Ready, go. Sorry, guys. I wasn't ready. Breathe. But remember now, okay? All those help support. Oh, almost stopped. There you go. Two, three, four. Keep smiling. Keep smiling. Top teeth are still showing. Let's keep going, actually. Okay. Who has a straw? I have straws today. Yay! I bought straws. I bought straws. I wish I could pass them out. Hold on. All right, this is a great vocal therapy exercise. And just a great diaphragmatic, vocal exercise. It helps to compress, get your vocal cords compressed. Let me see, it's a full screen. Okay, that's so much better. All right. So, if I were to do, hold on, okay. Ooh, that's a lot of water. Okay, that's what this is about. Getting the if you have a straw and can get a cup of water, then I'd love for you to do this. If not, you can do it on a okay. You ready? All right. So ready, breathe. Breathe. I can't go to the strong place sometimes. Okay. This is a lot. Breathe. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Let's roll it again. Let's try that again. So, me. Small bubbles or big bubbles. I think you should always, I would imagine big bubbles because, yeah, big bubbles. Because the goal is to always have the air moving quickly, right? If the air's moving quickly, that's gonna give you bigger bubbles. I put too much water, so it's splashing everywhere. Okay, try it again. Girl. Point is to have it have a nice resonant voice that's supported. stomach should be working. Sorry, my bad. All right, my bad. We'll just act like that one didn't happen. So, questions so far? Questions? Anybody having issues? No? Yes.
Placing the sound, like how to like place it so it'll resonate. Because mine is very like airy.
Okay. Can I hear it? That doesn't sound airy to me.
Oh. I don't know. I feel like I'm putting too much air in it.
Okay. Do it again and like move your head from side to side. Try that. What I do see is your throat, your neck is stiff. So you're probably pushing too hard. The sound you're making isn't, it's like 99.8% what you want it to be. It really is. But I think the way it makes you feel, because you're going instead of just letting it float more. So you probably just need to work on releasing tension in your throat so that you can produce that same sound without all the tension that is coming along with it. But your actual resonance is fine. You probably just need to relax the base of your tongue a little bit and probably sing with a lower chin. So it might be good for you to like, can you be a little bit more dramatic with that slide? And always feel like you're when you're trying to get that, you want to feel like you're going up and over instead of just pull your chin down. Good. So what I want you to do, that felt different, didn't it? Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Your issue is more so how it's making you feel, and that little bit of tension is affecting the sound in a way that's making you think it must not be resonant, but it is. Just get that little bit of tension out the way, and it'll clear right up.
Right. Thank you.
You're welcome, Giselle. Your voice is beautiful, by the way.
Thank you.
Questions? Yeah, Erica, she does sound great. She does sound great. Kenny said, great job. I'm guessing that's to you, Giselle.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. So, questions? Anybody else? Concerns? I think I'm just a lazy diaphragm. I'm so used to singing to my throat and being hoarse. Yeah. That happens to us a lot. What are you going to do about it, Erica? What are you going to do about it? Take these classes? Okay, so do you feel, I mean, you can take yourself off mute unless you like have a whole bunch of crazy noise. But,
No.
Okay, so I want to see if I'm doing it correctly, but I'm shy. Okay, so while you're doing these exercises, okay, you were the one that said it feels like you're doing crunches.
Yes.
Okay, so that's how you're realizing that you never use those muscles.
Right.
It's like, it doesn't normally sound like this. It don't normally feel like this. Okay, but I have a question. Singing in that way, are you still finding yourself tensing your upper body, or do you kind of feel like it's a trade-off?
It's a trade-off. When I need more power, I try to go through my diaphragm, but when it's comfortable, I just sing through my throat.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so then the challenge is, right, because what happens is when we're learning, especially to mastering your head voice is really the key to mastering your whole voice, right? So when you're learning to sing in your head voice and you're normally a chesty, belty singer, it's easier to find that ping when you're higher, like in that E range. It's easier to do that. It's harder to go. That's just not, you know what I'm saying? Because you're just going, pushing there. So the challenge is to tell yourself that no matter how low you are in your voice, you still want it to have that light, floaty feel. Because you don't feel like it's necessary when it's low. It's like, oh, I don't need to have that light, floaty feel because I can sing it. But you do have to still, you know,
I see.
So, you know.
Sound like me.
You want like, push that chest. See? Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else? Questions, concerns? No? Denise, no? Okay.
Nope.
Nidira. Hi. Nidra. Sorry. Nidra. Is that it? I was just trying to say hi. I don't think she can hear us yet.
What does smiling do, like when you like hit the like higher note, like when you?
Okay, so we talk about soft palate, but I think I'm kind of throwing a term out there that I'm not truly defining for you guys, right? Your soft palate is, okay, so where your teeth are is your hard palate. Behind that is a soft tissue where your uvula hangs, that little thing that, you know, cartoonists always kind of go, and then it shakes. That's your uvula, and that's your soft palate. So when you're about to yawn, your soft palate lifts up, right? If you go, see, Denise is yawning. Just talking about it makes you want to yawn. Right. So that is really what, that's learning to control that, be cognizant of that, and how that affects your singing is really key to being able to control the sound, the warmth, the strident quality of your voice that you're trying to achieve, right? Because the higher it is, the warmer your voice is. The lower it is, the more nasal it is. Again, which is kind of counterintuitive. We think of nasal sound as a high sound, so we think you must have a high soft palate, but it's actually quite the opposite. You're just going, it's kind of low. But when you raise it, so when you're showing your teeth, what you're doing is it kind of, how can I explain this? So there's like, for lack, I know that there's a better way to explain this, but we're talking about explicit directions and implicit, right? There are certain things that are a consequence of other things happening, right? So when I tell you to smile, it's because I know that you know how to smile, as opposed to telling you to lift your soft palate, which you may not know how to do. But when you smile, your soft palate lifts up. Okay? That was like a long way to get to that. But do you understand that?
Yep.
So as a voice teacher, my first goal is to get you to sound the way I want you to sound, and then we can back it up with why that is working. So what happens, so especially when you get really high, because you want the sound to resonate so high in your face, it's very hard to do that, and the pitch can start to sound tight if you're going like, oh, it starts to feel like then there's all of these muscles in here that start to become engaged. So in order to disengage those muscles, that way this stays free. Okay? Questions? Hope that made sense. Questions? I'm learning a lot. Hi, SD. I might be able to sound good on my cruise in August or karaoke. Oh, that's awesome. Send me videos. I'll be taking private lessons. Good. See you soon. Let's see. Anything? Anybody else have questions? Okay, so let's see. Oh man, you guys had questions in the beginning of the first one, but now I've lost that chat. I was trying to go back to answer those questions. You guys kind of had questions in the beginning. No? So keep going?
Keep going.
Keep going. Okay. Now I want to, let's see. Blah, 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 right? That was kind of chesty. I don't actually want you to sing it too chesty. Okay, if you're naturally high on warm-ups, what does it mean? I don't really know what that means. I don't understand your question. Can you unmute yourself to ask? Because I don't know what that means. Let's see, I'm gonna unmute you. Jenny? I can't unmute her. Oh, hello, Jenny?
Yes, because I have to give you permission to.
Because I'm no longer the host. I don't know what's going on.
I don't know. You can hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, now that I'm reading it back, I don't think it makes sense. I don't know, maybe because what you said, the higher you go is the more advanced. You said something along the lines earlier.
What did I say?
You said something about like if you're being high is that's for the advanced people. That's what you said. I don't know. I'm sorry. Continue. I'm just following along.
Okay.
Going back on mute now. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Blah 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 blah. Ready? So I want a nice big buh. We got to learn to use our lips to help us sing, right? So explosive consonants actually help to engage your diaphragm. Blah, 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 blah. Ready? Go. Breathe. Breathe. You got to be cognizant of how you're breathing, right? Another diaphragmatic exercise. Mi, me. Diaphragmatic and placement. Mi, me, ma, mo. Okay? You want it to be nice and even. And you want everything in that E space. That's kind of a key to being a great singer, is being able to not having your placement all over the place with every vowel you sing, okay? Mi, me, ma, mo. Mi, me, ma, mo. Okay? Ready? I want you to practice singing with your chin down and moving your head from side to side. Ready, 3. Breathe. 3. 'Nidra, everything I'm doing is in a major key. I'm not doing anything minor. Bien. So something I want you to be aware of. Air is always moving, right? So what I don't want to happen is like, okay? So so one time, air is always moving back in, okay? So we don't kind of stop, take a mental break, and wait for me to get ready for the next key. Just keep moving through. And it's okay to sing through the modulation. If you can, go to the half step. I have oh, it's Nidra. Am I still saying it wrong? Nidra? 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 Oh. Okay, thank you. Okay. I was calling you Nadira when you first got on, so we finally got it. Nidra. Okay. So ready, breathe. Breathe. Turn it down. Breathe. Sorry, not yet. Breathe. Breathe. I'll answer you in a second. Breathe. Good. All right. Okay, I'm gonna make it a little bit long, okay? It's good to practice singing in vibrato and learning to pull it back when necessary. It's better to learn singing just with vibrato, actually, because that's when you know your voice is the freest, when you're singing complete, like from beginning to end. That's really, really free. Isn't bad. You know, there's good, better, best. So the best would be to learn to sing everything with vibrato. And from there, you can scale it back. Okay? Again, diaphragmatic exercise. Okay? All one breath. Is that a little too much? Should I scale it back just a hair? Or is that good? All right. I can't play that for every key, y'all. Just throwing that out there. Are we doing good so far? All right, let's head back down. Oh my God. I would like to blame that on the braces. Oh my God. I can never do E flat. Oh my God. All right. Good. Okay. Can we? No breaks. Bunch of triplets. Okay. Ready, go. I suck. Let's try it again. I'm sorry, I'll try it again. I don't know if you guys stopped singing because I stopped playing. Well, that's the goal, right? A lot of times when I do this exercise and we're going me, and it's like, come on, guys, let's pick up the pace. This is boot camp. All right, so, all right, so here's gonna be another one to fry your brain. Okay? Same thing, triplets going in the opposite direction now. Ready, breathe. So sorry. I'm gonna do that again. So, me, mame, mi, mo, mu. Okay. Mame, mi, mo, mu. 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 All right. Questions. All right. Questions. If you have a question, you can unmute yourself.
Is it natural to like have like not so much of like a chest dominant, like when you do that chest exercise, the blah 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 blah, like sometimes I feel like I'm not like really chesty, and when I try to belt, it's not like it's like chesty. Like when I hear belters and it like they're so chesty, I feel like I'm using so much of more of my head.
For example,
like oh, I'm scared now.
and that's a problem because
I don't know, is it natural?
that sounds totally fine.
Because like I hear other singers and like when you belt, like for example, it's like so
loud.
I saw this video that you did, and it's like really like chesty and like nice and like has like
everybody wants what they don't have, okay? I wish I had a lighter voice that wasn't so big and chesty. Hence why I like to sing low and smooth, because I don't particularly care for how loud that gets. Okay? It's like, oh God, I'm just out there now. You know, I would love to have a more Celine Dion-ish chest voice that is just smooth the whole way through, you know what I'm saying? And I think that you have that quality where even when you're belting, it still has like this smoothness to it. It's never it never becomes strident or harsh or in your face. That's just not the type of voice that you have. But that's not to say that you're doing anything wrong or if there's anything.
So I shouldn't try and force it because it's not.
No, do not try and force it.
All right.
You're on the right track. Okay, so someone asked, can I give an example of a song where you break down the parts of where to breathe? That's sometimes a challenge for me. Okay, Tiffany, I think you would probably have to give me an example of why that's a challenge for you. Because if I'm singing a song, I'm naturally just going to breathe at the end of a phrase, right? I'm going to breathe at the beginning of every phrase. I don't like to cut phrases up generally, and I don't like to definitely not breathe in the middle of a word unless I'm just desperate. I'm not going to do those two things. But if you could give me an example of where you are challenged. Are you challenged with where to breathe, or are you challenged with actually getting to the end of a phrase physically? Because I think when you hear a song, the song is pretty much telling you where to breathe. Does that make sense? I think if we challenge ourselves, singers, to sing it like the record, you know, we're not going to have these questions of, I don't know where to breathe. It's like, well, breathe where the singer breathes, you know? But yeah, so you're running out of air. So that's kind of a different question. It's not really where to breathe. It's how do I breathe, you know, appropriately. And that's kind of where all these exercises that we're doing come in. What happens is you're training your body to support the air and use the air more efficiently. When you're singing with vocal cords that are closing properly. When you're singing, you're not using as much air. And then when you're learning to support the air better, you get a more clear sound, and you don't need as much air, which means you can get to the ends of longer phrases. The challenge becomes, when you're placing the voice properly, so that you can actually, so that you're not constantly going in and out of placement. And so what do I mean by that? The E sound is a really good sound to learn placement, because it's a naturally bright sound, and you want your placement to always be bright. Ah can be a struggle depending on your natural habits. Ah can be a struggle because ah can easily go ah, or ah, 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 as opposed to ah, ah. So because of that, what I'm saying is the challenge then becomes making sure, that's why we did that, because when you place everything where the E is, your placement will be bright, and you'll actually be able to get to the ends of your phrases because you will be closing your vocal cords appropriately. Okay. Yeah. So that's probably an exercise you're probably going to have to do over and over and over again. Normally, and I actually do that exercise a lot slower than we did it today. Well, not a lot, but a smidgen slower. So like, that's usually the pace of that. And I think I did it a hair faster maybe. Okay. So thanks for your question, Tiffany. I think I answered it. Who are good artists to study, to learn proper technique or range? What is your style? I mean, look, okay. I am biased towards, obviously, Whitney Houston. But Barbra Streisand honestly had brilliant technique. Who else was there? There was Barbra Streisand. I think Tamia. I don't know if you guys know the R&B singer Tamia. She has great technique. For some reason, I've always liked Cyndi Lauper. Beyonce has great technique. Jasmine Sullivan has great technique. She does. But you might not be able to pick it up as much because her voice is so rough and unique. You know what I'm saying? But she has amazing technique. Well, no. The only reason I would say no for Jasmine Sullivan, she's so stylistic. She does have really good technique, but she's so stylistic in her approach that you might get lost a little bit in what is she doing that's not good technique but sounds good, versus what's actually good. Who else? Guys, give me some ideas. Who are some artists to listen to with good technique? Can you guys put stuff in the chat box? I'm going to pull up this Barbra Streisand song. I used to have mini repertoire range, but I lost it. How do I work those muscles to get it back again? Nidra, right? Nidra. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the letters. I'm like, okay. Okay. So how do you get your million? You just have to start singing again and singing properly this time. I lost range when I had children. I lost range when I had children, and you have to work really hard to get that back. It's usually a diaphragm issue. It's usually a diaphragm that you have to work. Yes, you probably have to start singing more consistently. A lot of times when life changes, we don't realize it, but we'll turn around and we haven't sung in 6 months, and then all of a sudden we get up to sing and we're like, what happened? Well, you haven't been using, your body to do that in a while. So you probably have to just recondition yourself. And depending on how you were doing the whole mini Ripperton stuff the first time, you may need to also kind of unlearn and relearn how to do that.
Oh,
Yes.
can I ask something? I noticed when you sing riffs and runs, you're able to like hear every note and then repeat it. Can that be trained? Because like sometimes I try and like do the riffs and runs that you do, and like I don't get every note that you get, and it's so cool how you can like just get every single note like in like 1 second, like 2 seconds.
Well, it sounds like 1 second, but it was years of learning to get it in 1 second. So, yes, I definitely wasn't like a natural. I didn't grow up around people doing runs. It's something that I kind of went towards, I guess, because I wanted to learn that. And so, yes, I would listen to a run over and over. Okay, I'm going to get back to you because you guys are naming some really cool people, and I want to talk about those people. So, but I was just going to say, it's something that I did have to just kind of learn to listen to over and over and over again and practice over and over and over again. The hardest one for me was 5-note runs. That was hard for me because I would always only do 4 notes, and I had to slow it. I mean, it took me like a year. You know, so yes, it's something that can be trained. And it takes really good listening skills, and it just takes a dedication to not sound robotic. You know, at some point you have to allow your body to kind of do what it wants to do and be okay with that. Your runs may not be as fast as someone else's, especially not right off the bat. But over time, as your body gets comfortable with what you're trying to get it to do, it will just become natural and flow like water. So yes, it can be trained. All right, so would I say that Jennifer Hudson is somebody to study? Not really, because again, she has a lot of isms. She has a lot of Jennifer isms that she does. Is that bad? No. But is it great? Is it like clean to me? Like to me, her singing isn't clean. Like when I hear her clean, it's usually like on a recording. What do I mean by that? Like when she sings like a mid-tempo song, like Spotlight, you know, I've been through some things, please don't hold that against me, ain't no one gonna love you. When she doesn't sing with vibrato and she just chooses to sing really light, I think she's great. But when she's singing like, that's kind of a lot for someone else to try to reach up for, because she just naturally has a bigger voice than most of people on the planet. So then you're going to probably be trying to make your voice sound like hers, as opposed to just kind of hearing the intensity and saying, okay, I want to sing with that intensity, but my voice is probably going to sound dwarfed in comparison to what she's bringing to it. So because she's such an extreme, I don't want you to get caught up in trying to literally sound like her, as opposed to being able to discern what she's doing and then do that. And kind of, you know, it's kind of eating the fish and spitting out the bones. Like most people don't really want to sing with a vibrato that heavy. And you probably don't want to do that because it'll probably hurt your voice, or you're probably going to be pushing your larynx too low to get that wobbly vibrato. So for those reasons, that's what I'm saying. She has isms that work for her and people that like that, but it's not something that across the board people should be like, I want to sound like that, if that makes sense. Kiara Sheard. I think Kiara is an excellent singer. I think she's great, to be honest. She does sing really high. So unless you kind of have that soprano range, again, she might do more harm than good with you trying to sing like her, because she's one of those people that just kind of comes out the box swinging. She doesn't really warm you up to what she's doing. But she's great. Anita Baker, yes, but I feel the same way about her as I do about Jennifer Hudson. I feel like she has, okay, for example, I love Anita Baker, and I consider myself somebody with a darker voice, but when I try to sing like Anita Baker, I realize it's not. So, for example, operator, if I'm gonna sing Anita Baker in a voice that's comfortable for me and that's healthy, operator, get my baby on the line. 'Cause just the other night we had a horrible fight. I admit that But when you're singing Anita Baker, you want to sound like Anita Baker, right? Operator, get my baby on the line. 'Cause just the other night we had a horrible fight. I admit that But I mean, is that healthy? Singing like that? No, I'm pushing my larynx too low to make that sound. So for that reason, I just kind of knew early on to not even try to sing like Anita Baker, because it's disappointing when you sing her music to realize you don't actually have the same effect, you know? So that's my issue with Anita. Let's see, Algebra Blessed. I know of her, but I don't really know. I know her name. I don't know her voice, so I couldn't really comment on her at all. My voice teacher, yes. Kelly Price to me is like encyclopedic good singing. So absolutely. Absolutely on the Kelly Price. Kiki Wyatt, same thing. I mean, I think Kiki Wyatt has great technique. I don't think she tries to have good technique. I think she can be a little gaudy in her vocal choices. You know, she's amazing. Like, she does really difficult things, whether you think it's nice sounding or not. Everything she does is very difficult. So, let's see, Layla Hathaway. Yes, but same thing with Layla. You're just gonna be disappointed that you don't really sound like her. But Layla, you know, like again, I even tried to sing Angel the other day because she did a remake of Angel. How does that start? If I could, because when I sing it, to me, it just sounds so uneventful, right? If I could, I'd give you the world. It's not, if I could, I'd give you the world. Like, you want it to sound like that, but it doesn't. So it's like, I'm sorry. Dorinda, not really. Tori Kelly, yes. Lettucey, absolutely. Lisa Fisher, absolutely. Ilana Adams, yes. I don't know what I said that I was preaching, but thank you. Anthony Hamilton, Rochelle Farrell, yeah, but Rochelle Farrell makes me feel like giving up singing. Like, I guess I can't sing. So that's how I feel about her. I sound more beautiful sounding like myself. Thank you. Chris Brown. Yeah. I mean, to me, his voice is pretty generic. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I just mean, like, it's just, he's not doing anything in particular to make it stand out. It's just a really high guy voice. So, yeah, I think he actually has good technique. I've never had a problem. Like, when I hear Chris Brown, I don't go, what is he doing? So, yeah. Oh, I got through that list. Okay. Any other? Oh, more. Jill Scott. Yeah, I think she's sometimes. She's sometimes for me. But overall, yes. You just have to kind of be careful of trying to sound like people that are naturally heavier sounds, that have really rich voices, bigger voices like spinto sopranos, the Whitneys of the world, you know, the Jennifer Hudsons, because your voice, I tried to do that when I was training classically. There's a singer named Leontine Price who I just wanted to sound like. And, but she's a spinto and I was a lyric. And when I look at Marsha Ambrosius, no, that's no. So, just, I want to strike that out. So, I really wanted to sound like her. And if you look back at my video of like, in the Lord, I was trying so hard to sound like Leontine. And I would have done better by just going, in the Lord, my soul is, but I wanted that big boom. So that's what I'm saying. be really careful of listening to people who have uniquely big voices, because you're going to end up pushing your throat to sound like them, and you can do a lot of damage. A lot of people come through even classical training with damaged voices. They have a degree in vocal performance and their voice is completely damaged because their voice teacher kept trying to push them into a realm that they don't belong. Is it too basic of a question for you to run through how you determine someone's voice as a soprano or alto? I don't think that's too basic of a question. I just don't know if I can answer it as specifically as maybe somebody else. I will say in general, for the sake of like, you know, contemporary terms, I would consider myself an alto, right? But do altos really exist? No. Alto is a voice type. Alto is a part that you sing in a choral setting or a group setting. Alto isn't actually a voice type. The female voice types are soprano, mezzo soprano, contralto. And a true contralto sounds generally like a man. And it's a very androgynous voice. When you hear it, it will hit you like a ton of bricks, like, whoa, what is that? Most women don't have that sound, no matter how rich or full their voices are. So most women you hear, especially in the recording world, but most women in general, are either lyric mezzos or lyric sopranos. Does that mean every lyric soprano has trained to be a lyric soprano? No, they probably don't. Even if they can't sing high notes, that doesn't mean that if they didn't train, they wouldn't be a soprano. So that's what I'm saying. A lyric mezzo. So usually you can tell whether someone's a soprano or alto by how their voice sounds in certain parts of their range. So a true lyric mezzo is going to have the heaviest part of their range when they're singing in their lower register. And I know some people probably know the exact notes, the C sharp, G sharp, whatever it is, 5, 4. I don't know the exact notes, but I know that when they're hitting, let's say an E4, their voice is going to sound really big. So when you think of people like that, you're thinking of like Toni Braxton or Jasmine Sullivan, Layla Hathaway. Those are true mezzo sopranos. And what happens is as their voice gets higher, it gets more strident, and starts to sound a little bit more pinched, generally. If you hear somebody whose voice is really warm but not necessarily big, I don't care if you can hear the rest of their range or not, they're probably a soprano, because their voice is going to blossom somewhere. And if it's not blossoming there, that means it'll probably blossom up top. A lyric coloratura soprano and a spinto soprano. Coloratura just means that a person can do really fast runs. So technically, I'm supposed to be a lyric coloratura soprano. I didn't really have coloratura repertoire, but obviously I can sing really fast runs. So if, we want to talk theoretically, I would probably theoretically call myself a lyric coloratura. A spinto soprano just has a bigger, heavier, weightier voice. So a spinto could also be coloratura. But you would hear the difference when you hear it, because you'd be like a Jennifer Hudson. That's a voice that makes you go, whoa, what is that? I would think that she's a spinto. Like a Whitney Houston. She had a very feminine voice, but it was also stronger than most. And you didn't really realize how strong she was until you put her next to somebody like a Mariah Carey. Then you think Mariah Carey has a strong voice until you put her next to Whitney. You know what I'm saying? So stuff like that would happen. Or you would think that Beyonce had a strong voice until you put her next to a Jennifer Hudson. And that really, when you start realizing like who the spintos are and who the lyrics are. Does that make sense? So they have the same range. They're both sopranos. They have the same range. One is just bigger than the other. I have mastered the low, shallow range and the loud range, but challenged when I go from loud to soft without sounding really faint. Yeah, that is definitely, that's a skill. And that's the reason why I train backwards, if that makes sense. I train soft to loud, because most people can sing super loud, but then have a problem with how to sing softly. And that's because you're so used to singing with the biggest part of your vocal fold, and you don't know how to just sing on the small parts of your vocal fold. So that's, if you learn to train the way that I train, which is, if you learn how to do that, that requires more skill than singing loud, than just singing in a full chest. It takes more skill to sing quietly, to sing softly and high than it does to sing loud and high. So that's why I train that way, so that you can always have that connection with your voice. Placement wise and all that. I want a raspy voice so bad. No, you don't. I have heard of breathing techniques that will give you that sound. Do you think trying to sound raspy will be bad on the vocal cords? Absolutely. If your voice is raspy, that means your vocal cords aren't meeting. And I think that if somebody just naturally has a raspy voice, then, you know, so be it. But even if I'm training that person, my goal is going to be the same, to get as little rasp as possible, because then you can get the most sound, you can get the most agility, the most versatility, the most range. And anybody that's coming to lessons, I would imagine that's what they're trying to get. So, you know, if you want a raspy voice, am I going to tell you, well, holler at your kids all day, every day? You'll get a raspy voice in no time. No, I'm not going to do that. But that's what it takes to get a raspy voice. You know what I'm saying? Or hang out at a gas station, breathe those fumes in for a minute. You'll get raspy. Or clean with bleach every day, you know? Or, you know, like when I do my daughter's hair, I flat iron it and the smoke goes in my throat. I'm raspy after that. So I guess if I decided to be a beautician, I would be nice and raspy. But I mean, there's so many, it just doesn't make sense. It's not wise. And you're laughing, but I mean that if you really want to damage your voice, there's things you can do to damage your voice. Drink alcohol, smoke, you know? But just remember, anything that it takes to damage your voice, you're also affecting the rest of your body. You only get one set of vocal cords. You don't get to go out and start over and buy a new set. It doesn't work that way. Any other questions? This was great. You guys had a lot of questions today. How early do I need to wake up to have full vocal flexibility? How many hours before? Are we still doing the emotions harmony? If you want to. How early do you need to wake up? It depends on when you have to sing. Like, so for example, I always say for me, it takes me a good 45 minutes to get warmed up completely. So if you, for example, have to sing on the praise team at church and you guys happen to have those early services that start at 8 a.m., I would imagine that you should probably wake up at like 6:30 and like eat, so that by 7:30 you're like really wide awake, and then you can do your sound check. You know, you're wide awake, you've eaten, you've gotten hydrated, and you've been singing. So a good 2 hours before. Yeah, I would say you probably should get up between 6 and 6:30 if you really want your voice to be ready. Take a hot shower. That steam really helps. I feel like my voice gets tired when I warm up 45 minutes. If your voice is getting tired after a 45-minute warm up, that probably means that you're not warming up properly. You're probably not pacing yourself, or you're not placing your voice where you should be placing it. You gotta remember, warming up is warming up your diaphragm, right? So you gotta get your diaphragm warmed up and get that pressure. What you're doing, excuse me, what you're doing is you're you gotta make sure that you're warming up your throat muscles, your tongue. All that needs to stay relaxed. All this needs to stay relaxed, and you're using your diaphragm to support. So remember that your first goal in warming up is warming up your diaphragm. And when I say warm up, I'm not saying sing through your songs. I'm saying literally warm up. And so when I first started warming myself up, because I had to get into the habit of warming myself up every day, my voice was so out of practice. And this was just like maybe 3 months ago that I had to start that low. Because I had no head voice above that. So after a couple of days of doing that, it was easier. I could then start an octave up. But it takes time. You have to condition your body for singing. The more you warm up, the easier it will be to warm up, okay? So if you're only singing once a week and you're only warming up once a week, it's like getting this huge engine to start. But if you do it every day, it's not going to be as much. How do you practice rhythm and singing? That was a good question. I'm sorry I skipped over it. you practice rhythm in singing. Well, I call it rhythmic singing, where you're really deliberate about singing on the beat. And even that helps you with ad-libs and runs, making sure that you're singing with it. So even when we were doing that, mi me mamomu, mi me mamomu, you have to just challenge yourself to make sure that you're pronouncing those consonants on the beat and you're singing through them quickly, because music waits for no man. Don't I always have people, I just made that up. Don't always have people, you know, slowing down for you. Stay on the beat. Let's see. I was diagnosed with vocal nodules and it really affected my voice. It's been 3 and I was just starting to get wetter. Anyone else had these? Oh, it's been 3 months. I've never had vocal nodules. I don't know if anyone else has had vocal nodules, but I can say what it takes to prevent vocal nodules is what it takes to help heal vocal nodules. And I know usually if you've had vocal nodules, you have to kind of wait until you have to, you know, not sing for like what you said, 3 months, right? So after that period, like this, that's something a vocal therapist would do with you. So the humming exercises, the singing into the straw, doing that, making sure that you're getting a very clear sound is going to be what's going to help you. So what it takes to prevent vocal nodules is also what it takes to heal them. The exact same technique, nothing new. Let's see. Any notes for nerves? Hold on. I feel like I can't sing low notes when I warm up, but it's easy for me to sing high notes. Giselle, I'm not surprised because you do have a very high set voice. So your job would be to help keep getting your voice placed high. And can I say a lot of the issues that you seem to have, I think I want you to maybe give yourself credit for the voice that you have, because you really have a beautiful voice and you're doing a lot of things correctly. You have like you just have little adjustments to make. You don't have like an overhaul of vocal technique to do, okay? But I would just say, just make sure that you're placing your voice forward, and you may just kind of not have that much of a low register in general. Some sopranos really can't go very far below a C4, you know, and I, you know, obviously can go into the 2s, but there are some sopranos that C4, B3 is pretty much just kind of it for them, and you may be one of those singers. Any notes for nerves? I do have notes for nerves. By the way, are you guys enjoying this question answer period? Okay, cool. So I do have notes for nerves. One of the things that I talk about is regulating your breathing. So you're getting nervous. Oh God, I can't breathe. My heart is beating so fast. Oh, I feel like I'm gonna pass out, right? Okay, so that's happening. Somebody gives you the mic and you're like, okay. So what do? I say that you regulate your breathing. So if you breathe in, if you start, remember how we started this going in 2, 3, 4, out 2, 3, 4, in 2, 3, 4, out 2, 3, 4. Doing that, really any kind of like physical activity. I know it sounds retarded, but if you start doing jumping jacks or something like that, it really does help. It really does help you regulate your body, okay? You start doing jumping jacks. If you're going in 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, in 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. What that's gonna do is help bring your heart rate down. And it helps you to focus on your diaphragm. And that's why I was saying the other thing that helps you focus on your diaphragm is doing some sort of like physical exercise. And it's funny that I'm saying that, because if you notice, like a lot of stars backstage, before they get on stage, they'll start jumping, you know, they'll start jumping. It's like they're trying to get those nerves out and get their body ready to sing, because you know you need your diaphragm. And if you start doing any kind of physical activity, you start bringing more oxygen into your body, which means the diaphragm is now working more to get air in and out. Does that help? Good tips? Okay. Emotions is a beautiful song. It's a great song to practice. It is. It's a great song. Any other questions? Has anyone I know we've been doing emotions. This is what, our third session. I didn't know if somebody wanted to try it today, or if you want to go on to the Brandy song, or it's over and done, but the heartache lives on inside. It's over and done. Who wants to learn how to do that? Do you guys know how to do that? You do know how to do it, or you want to learn how to do it? That's a 5-note run. Okay. Over and done. Did everyone know that those are the 5 notes? No, you did not. Okay. So those are the 5 notes and emotions. So you know what I'm talking about, right? It's over and done, but the heartache lives on inside. I think that's what she does. Okay? It's over and okay? Does everyone have that?
The low note just won't come out.
Let me hear it.
Oh wait.
Oh.
It's over and done.
Yeah, it's kind of, I guess that's low for you.
Done. Yeah.
Try it again.
It's over and done. Yeah, it like won't come out, and then
as no matter how nasal you make it. Yeah, you just don't really have a little more. Your range taps out. Sorry, that's all. I mean, you can always go, it's over and done.
It's over and done.
Yeah. So, does everybody get that? Does anyone else want to try? Nobody else dares to try, eh? But the heartache lives on inside. Inside. I don't know if I made that up or if that's in the record. Inside. Another 5-note run. High. High. Inside. High. 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 Yes. So that's one thing with doing runs, right? Is you want it to sound bright. That was one thing that I noticed that people that did really fast runs had that I didn't have, was a brightness of sound. So yeah. High. Nice and high. High. Okay, so inside, high, high. Okay. So it's over and done, but the heartache lives on inside. High, high. Get it? Anyone having problems? You want extra help?
Wait, how does the inside part go again?
Inside. Hi.
Oh,
I
so
really think I'm making up this last one.
hi, hi, wait,
Hi.
hi, hi, hi.
Support. Even though it's getting low, you still have to support it.
Hi, hi.
Okay, this is what I want you to do. Act like you're getting louder as the note's getting lower.
Hi.
See?
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to support. As it goes lower, it's just going to bottom out. Right? It'll just bottom out if you're not supporting it. So as it gets lower, imagine it's getting louder, because that idea of the crescendo tells your body to support more. Okay? Good. Good questions. So I'll sing it again. It's over and done, but the heartache lives on inside. Also, pay attention to the high. So there are certain times where things are separated by the H's. I promise you, I think I'm making that up, but I like it, so we'll stick with it. And who is the one you're clinging to? Who is the one you're clinging? And who is the one you're clinging to? Clinging to. Who is the one you're clinging to? That's hard for me to go slower. You're clinging to. Clinging to. Who is the one you're clinging to? Is anyone else struggling with this, or is it just me? Okay. Clinging. That's not what my voice wants to do there. Who is the one you're clinging to instead of me tonight? Okay? All right. So where do y'all want me to go back? Where do you want me to start from? The beginning. Okay.
Beginning.
It's over and done, but the heartache lives on inside. And who is the one you're clinging to instead of me tonight? Anybody want to try?
But when you do the tonight part, is it like the 5-note, like tonight?
Yeah.
Tonight.
Yeah, you can do it that way. Tonight. Or you can go a little slower.
Tonight.
Go a little slower. Tonight. I slowed the song down a little bit though.
Tonight.
Mm-hmm. But remember, go louder as it gets lower.
Right. Tonight. Still bottoms out a little bit.
Yeah. Okay, Jenny, you want to try? I want to try, I think. Okay. My voice is ready to crack. Okay. All right, try it. Let's see.
Okay. It's over and done.
Over and done. So it's all the same note. Over and done. No, it's not. Over and done. That's the first note of that 5-note run.
It's over and done.
Yeah, so it's over and done.
Wow. It's over and done.
Go slower then. Get all 5 notes accurately.
It's over and done.
It's over and done.
Wow. I didn't realize it was that hard until you broke it down.
Okay. Okay. Well, keep practicing.
Okay.
Let's see. Nidra. You're gonna have to help me.
Nidra, you did it correctly.
Okay. Whew. Okay, Nidra. Did you want to try it? Oh no, that was SD that said they wanted to try it. I'm sorry. Did you want to?
That's fine. I can go after SD. That's fine.
No, go ahead.
Okay. It's over and done.
Done.
Did I get all the notes? I missed the notes.
No, you added something. Done. Try it. Done.
Done.
Try it again.
Done.
Good. Over and done. No vibrato at the end. No vibrato to this whole. That's another thing that trips people up with 5-note runs.
Yes.
They're singing. You're also trying to sing with vibrato. No vibrato. Done.
Done.
Good. It's over and done.
It's over and done.
Try it again.
It's over and done.
I want you to keep practicing because I notice it's kind of like your voice gets caught somewhere. Because the first time you went dun, like you kind of fought your way to that last note. You want to get as smooth as possible. Okay. All right.
Yeah. That's when it seems like it's kind of breaking.
So you gotta make sure it stays up. Can I talk to SD?
Hello, how are you?
Hey, I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Ready? We'll try my best. Okay, so it's where the heart is alone.
Okay, SD. It's over and done. It's over and done.
It's over and done.
5 note.
It's over and done. It's over and done. Still long? I'm missing one?
You're missing the bottom one.
Okay. It's over and done.
You're saying done, done.
It's over and done.
There you go.
Okay. Okay, that's good. So I'm gonna let somebody else go now.
Okay. Anybody else?
I'll try it.
Okay.
I think I'm missing some things.
By the way, this is a lot of what me and Callie
Oh,
did.
Cheryl should go.
What?
Cheryl's go because she was first.
Oh, okay.
This won't take long. Don't worry. That nerves thing I asked. Okay, so I'm breathing first. It's over and done. Done. It's over and done.
Again.
It's over and done.
Oh,
I want to go fast. I like
done.
Done. It's over and done. I missed one.
You missed two.
I missed.
You just
It's over and done.
Let me help you out, because every time
Please.
you do it, you're going up a half step. It's
Okay.
over and done.
Done.
Again.
Now.
Do it again. Done.
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 Again.
Done.
So now put it together.
It's over and done.
Again. It's over.
It's over and done.
Cheryl, you're also hurting yourself by going sharp. So it's like you're
Okay.
going sharp and you're losing the key a little bit.
Let's let someone else try.
Okay.
Okay.
No problem. No, just keep that in mind. I mean, obviously when you're practicing, you're not just going to be practicing, by yourself. You're going to have a voice with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But what's happening with you singing by yourself, and I guess maybe it's because you're nervous, you're going sharp. So then when it comes time to do the run, you're kind of like in between notes the whole way down.
Okay.
And I'm sure that's only going to add to like the nerves. Like, wait, this isn't sounding right.
Yes. Okay.
No problem.
Good luck, everyone.
Okay, I'll try.
Okay, Erica, hey.
Oh, Lord Jesus. Okay. It's over and done.
Try it again.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It's over and done.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I got. That's all I got.
That was good.
Okay, yay. Okay, thank you.
No problem. Anybody else? Yeah, everybody's cool.
I'll try, Delisha, because I'm always doing it wrong. Because when you've been singing wrong for so long, it's hard to sing right. And I have a lot of vibrato and air, but let's try this. It's over and done, but the heartache lives on inside. High.
Okay.
I got air in the middle of there somewhere, and it's wrong. So where is it wrong?
It was a couple notes that need to just kind of be inserted.
Okay.
Over and start over.
It's over and done.
Okay. So you went done. You missed the 2 middle notes. There were 2 middle notes in there you didn't sing.
It's over and done.
There you go.
Okay. I didn't know there was all that to that. That's why I haven't gotten it right. It's over and done.
Yes, do it again.
It's over and done.
There you go.
Okay. But the heartache lives on inside. High.
Okay, so. But the heartache lives on. Do that.
But the heartache lives on.
No, just 2 notes. Lives
okay.
on.
But the heartache lives on. No.
On.
But the heartache lives on. Okay, that. On.
There you go.
But the heartache lives on. See, I'm throwing too many notes. But the heartache lives on.
Mm-hmm. Inside. Do that.
Oh, ooh, that one's tough.
Inside.
Inside.
High.
High. So inside. High. High.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I have to practice this a lot. I didn't realize there was so many notes in here. That's why I haven't been doing it right, because I've been cutting it off at 3 or 4.
Mm-hmm.
Notes. Okay.
Okay, so it sounds like this would be a great homework assignment for you guys.
Yes, definitely. Now that we understand really what's involved in the song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, anybody else want to try? Ginny says she. Okay.
I don't know. I'm really nervous to sing.
Oh, that's it. Hi. Sorry. Denise had me changing the run. Hi. That was it. Go ahead.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay. It's over and done, but the heartache lives on inside. I don't know the next part. I don't know that run. But I think I've got the first part.
The one I made up.
Yeah. No, that's not right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Inside.
I keep doing it wrong. No.
Mm-hmm. Again?
The whole thing?
No, just the hi. Mm-hmm. Again? Mm-hmm. So hi. Again?
No.
Oops. Can you see me now?
Yeah, I can see you.
Okay. Right.
Okay. I don't know. The first one's fine.
Over and done. The heartache lives on inside.
Okay.
Are you done? Was that okay?
I mean,
okay, I get it. Thank you. Next.
No, I don't know if you want me to do it again.
Oh, you can. I don't know. It's up to you.
Okay, I'll try the whole thing once.
Because I mean, honestly, I think it's helping other people, right?
Yeah.
Because I think everybody is struggling with this. So.
And this is like, even when we have lessons, I struggle with runs, as you know. So I always do them wrong. Okay, I'll try the whole thing, but I'll probably do the second one wrong. But I'll try it. It's over and done, but the heartache lives on inside. It was nearly there.
So who's next? Good. I mean, keep working on it. I guess this will make a good homework assignment. Anyone else want to try?
Can I try the whole thing?
Oh, Giselle. Hey. Yeah.
Hi. Okay. It's over and done, but the heartache lives on inside.
Close.
Okay. Wait, what was that last
So,
one?
hi, Chica. You found your key, huh? It's high.
Hi, hi, hi,
Hide.
hide,
Yep.
hide,
Hide.
hide.
Mm-hmm.
It's over and done, but the heartache lives on inside.
Hide.
Wait, I get that part wrong. Yeah. I got it.
Hide. Mm-hmm. Okay.
What's that last part? Hide. I think so. Okay.
That's good. Anyone else? You guys are like, ooh, I want to, but no.
Hello.
Hi, Tiffany.
Hi. I'll give it a try.
Okay.
It's over and done, but the heartache lives on inside. Hi, hi.
Let's do it again. Sing a little bit more talky without all that heaviness.
Okay, a little lighter.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. It's over and done, but the heartache.
Okay. So what I'm trying to say is no vibrato. Over
Okay.
and done. Just let it.
Okay. It's over and done. It's over and done, but the heartache lives on inside. Hi, hi.
That's really good.
Thank
That's really
you.
good. I think you should just focus on making it more fluid, right?
Yes.
Yes. And don't bring so much weight.
Yeah, I'm usually a heavy singer. I gotta make it lighter. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And somebody said she loved your rasp. Erica, were you the one that was trying to be raspy? I need you to step away.
Stepping away.
Yeah, because even though she has a raspy voice, again, the first thing I told her to do was kind of lighten up, and she still needs to sing up here, and it doesn't take away from her raspiness, but it will make her more agile. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome, Tiffany. Thank you. Anyone else want to try? Do you want to move on to the next part? I can teach the next part. Okay. And who is the one you're clinging to instead of me tonight? Okay. Who is the one you're clinging to instead of me tonight? Sorry, I added that ending. You can scratch that from the record. Tonight. Okay? Do you want me to do it again? I'll do it again. And who is the one you're clinging to? Crap. Clinging to instead of me. Okay? That's hard for me. I'm not gonna lie. Because that's not what I want to do. Clinging. Who is the one you're clinging to? Clinging to. Okay? Who wants to try that?
Can I try?
Yes, Giselle.
And who is the one you're clinging to instead of me tonight?
Beautiful. Okay, but would you naturally die out that quickly?
No, wait, maybe let me try.
Yeah, try it again.
Tonight.
Remember, remember I told you, act like you're crescendoing as those notes drop.
Wait, what does crescendo mean?
Get louder.
Get louder, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Tonight.
Good. You're probably going to have to go tonight. So your voice doesn't bother. Tonight.
Tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Tonight.
Yeah, so tonight.
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 Tonight. There you go. That's it. Clean. We like it clean around here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Wait. I'll let people who want to go to that habit. Huh? I'm so confused. She sounds like a Disney princess. She really does. Oh, I'll let people go who want to that habit. Okay, I understand you completely. All right. Yeah, sounds like the Little Mermaid.
Thank you so much. I actually really love like musical theater too, and I also love R&B. So yeah. And my room is like totally princessy. But okay, I'll mute now.
I love it. It fits. Anyone else? And we'll go back to the regular key. Tonight. Anyone else? Nope. Silence.
I'll give it a go.
Okay.
Okay. Where did you start again? What was your starting note?
I think it was who the one you're clinging to. Wait, why do I feel like I'm wrong? Clinging to instead of me tonight.
Okay. And who's the one you're clinging to instead of me tonight? I just woke up, so my voice is really like dragging me down a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say just
because you know what my voice sounds like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember it being that heavy.
Yeah,
okay.
It's not.
Yeah. So can you like can you like fake sing?
Really?
Yes.
Okay, you're taking me there this morning.
Like sing it like more like you're, because it's so low. Don't try to like project. Like don't try to sing.
Okay. And who's the one you're clinging to instead of me tonight? Tonight.
That was good.
My voice is still not really cooperating, but it's all good. I want to be a part of this.
She wipes her eye. You're so okay. I'm sorry, guys.
That's okay.
That was really good. Okay, so this is a really good teaching moment, right?
Okay.
Oh, everyone loves your voice. They're commenting.
You guys are too kind.
So when you're like just waking up, right,
mm-hmm.
and you have to sing, it's important to not try to over sing. You know, like if you know your voice is dragging, don't try to push through that. Like this isn't like, you know, working out. You got to push through in order to build. If you push through, you're going to tear down. So, yeah, always err on the side of caution and kind of fall back until you can feel that your voice has gotten to a point where you can go full throttle, if that makes sense.
It makes sense.
Good tip.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else want to try? Okay. So does anyone else want to try? Everyone's quiet. I guess that's a no. It is 104. I know we started at 10 something. Normally what we do is like ear training stuff. Do you guys want to do some of that? Yes. Denise says yes. Okay, so we'll do some of that before we go. Nidra said yes. Okay. So, okay, so this is the part, because I'm not going to be singing with you, right? So you guys are going to be singing by yourselves, but with each other, which is always really fun because everyone's internet connection is different. So take yourselves off mute.
That was funny.
I'm not going to help. So let's see. Oh, man. Nope. All I'm going to do is give fingers, right? And then you guys are going to have to know where to go. The good thing is I don't really do minor keys. I pretty much stay in major. And I try not to do too many like in between stuff. In between, like 2, 4, 6. I think that's hard because that's the hard. All right. So anyway. All right. So if this is a key, I'll put it. Okay. All right. That's the key. So, let's go over a few theory things. Does everyone know what a tonic is?
Yeah.
Who knows what a tonic is?
Me.
Of course you do. What's a tonic? He's a musician.
It's basically the first note or the root note of the chord.
It's the first note of the chord. Good.
Tonic?
What is a dominant? Dominant?
I don't know.
Fifth.
Okay.
So when we go 1, 5, 1, 5, tonic, dominant, tonic, dominant. Okay. What is, so subdominant, which you guys probably don't know if you didn't know dominant, would be a 4, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 4, 1, 4, 1, 4. Here comes the bride. Tonic, dominant.
Like intervals?
Yes, these are intervals, right?
Okay.
Exactly. So that's what we're studying right now, okay? Intervals. So, what is the leading tone? Leading tone is 7, right?
We don't call it that. We call it different things.
What do you call it?
We just say like major second, major third, perfect fifth, like major seventh. That's all we call it.
Even in music theory class?
Yeah, that's what we do for theory. We don't call it different names.
Oh no, like we literally have like tonic, submedian, median. Like,
yeah, no, that's like I know what they are, but when we're doing intervals, we just do like unison is the first one, then it's like major second, major third, perfect fourth, perfect fifth.
yeah,
Major
all of
sixth,
those are all. So what do you say for the 6th?
Major sixth.
Oh, major 6th. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair enough. So then what's the major 7th, right? If this is, can somebody sing the 7? If that's 1, where's the 7?
It's what's the first note?
worst.
Is it?
7.
That's actually the octave.
That's the octave.
That's it.
Yeah, there it is.
That's the 7. Okay. So 7 leads to 8. Okay. So again, if that's a tonic, where's the perfect fifth?
It's
Of a major scale, right?
Yes, perfect fifth. I heard it. Somebody sang it. Someone sang it. That's it.
5.
Yep, that's a 5. So then where's the 4?
Right
There
there.
you go.
That's it.
Good. Where's 6? That's the 6. So now let's do. Nope. Right? So then can we do, where's 1? Where's 1? Tonic 1. 6. Exactly. 1.
1.
1. Where's 6?
1.
Good. 1. 6. 7. 6.
Wait.
You guys are singing 1.
No, it was. That's 6, right?
6. That was 6. Yeah. Yeah, so 5.
Oh, I don't remember 5. Wait, can you do it on the piano again? Because I just totally lost it. There were so many sounds going on.
Oh gosh.
So
1.
yes.
1.
Good. So if you leave me knowing nothing else, please know your octaves, okay?
Okay.
That's good. You're doing good. Good. No, I'm still doing 5. I'm sorry. I'm still doing 5.
Five,
1,
2,
1,
3,
3. 1.
3,
1,
2,
1,
3.
1.
2, 3. There it is. 3.
Good. So
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 3. 1, 4.
okay. So try it. Let's try it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's try that again.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 4. 4.
You guys just had it. Wait. Wait, hold on. What the heck? There we go. I'm in B. B is the worst key to do anything in. B is the worst.
Everything's sharp.
Yeah, I'm like, what? Except the 4. It's an E.
Yeah.
1, 4. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 4.
So
1, 2, 1, 3.
Oh, we said 3 with the 4 tone.
Thank you. 3. Do it again.
1, 3, 1, 4.
Good. Let's try that again. Jennifer is dying.
2, 1, 3, 1, 4.
Good. Then
1, 5.
yay! 5. Okay, good. So
1, 2, 1, 3.
you're going sharp. You're just going a little sharp.
3.
1, 2, 1,
3.
1.
4.
See, now you keep going sharp. 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4.
1, 4. 1,
I have to count it in my head.
What is up with all these flat 7s?
This key is so confusing.
You said this key is what?
Confusing.
Oh, 7.
Yes. That's why it's called a leading tone. It leads you to the tonic. Exactly. 1, 1, 1.
How far does it go up?
Well, those are octaves, but you can go as far as you want.
Oh, okay.
You can start saying 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
So there's 7 octaves.
No.
No? Okay.
7 notes. There are 7 notes in a scale.
7 notes in a scale. Okay.
Yeah. So the additional.
Oh, and the octaves
the
just
8
came.
is the
Okay.
octave.
I see.
Yeah. The 8 is the
8.
octave. Mm-hmm.
Got it.
You guys want to try that one more time?
Yes.
Ooh, I need a break. Hold on.
Practice those.
My ears.
A
I just feel like a lot of pressure. You feel? It's like
What's
all
the
those
highest
notes,
that
all
you
those
can sing
notes,
it?
all those notes trying to come together.
At one time.
Anxiety-inducing.
Making up their own harmonies, right?
You saying there like you ain't part of the class. Okay, so so basically what I'm trying to do is 1 2 1 3 1 4 1 5 1 6 1 5 8. Okay. Ready, go. 1
2 2. Oh, my bad. 2 1 3 1 3 1 4.
Try again.
1 2 1 3 1
Calm down.
1
Yay! You did it. Okay, that's all I wanted to do today.
Elisa, what's the highest octave you're able to go to?
The highest note I can sing?
Yes.
If I'm really warmed up, I can sing that.
Yep.
Wow.
That's pretty
Not
high.
today. I have to be warmed up to sing it, but that's it. It's an E flat or D sharp 6.
E flat.
E flat 6. Okay. I think the lowest is I know it's in the 2s.
Wow, that's really low.
I can't
Yeah,
hit
you can
that.
sing lower than me.
Yeah. Yeah. For some reason, I can't sing low today either. My voice is showing me up. I can sing in the 2s. Just
You
not
can.
letting me today. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's
In your vocal warm up, you hit an E flat 6 that I listened to on the way to work. I'm like, man, she goes from flat to beast mode within like 30 minutes.
I know in that warm up, right? I couldn't even breathe at first. I was like, because I was warming up. I was seriously warming up. I was like, I can't make it to the end of these phrases. I was getting angry. Huh?
What's the highest note you can sing right now?
Oh, right now? Let's see. Oh, wait. Oh, I can't E flat 6. That's an E. Wow.
You sound like a tea kettle. You do.
That's a
Wow.
6.
That's a good thing.
So I guess I gained a half step or something. It doesn't mean anything. I'm never going to sing that in public.
It means that you're a true soprano. That's what that means.
Yes, it does.
So stop playing yourself.
Who needs it?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. You guys have any questions? I feel like I've imparted
Lots
a
of
good amount today.
Yes, thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
Homework for sure.
Yes, that's what I need to do. I'm gonna record the verses for you guys to practice. And what I would love for you guys to do, if you guys could sign up for the Cali the workshop that I have with Cali Day, you guys will just kind of have a head start, because what I'm going to do is when everyone signs up, because I was trying to think of what I wanted to go over, because obviously that one with Cali Day, if you guys don't know Cali Day, look her up.
Cali Day can sing.
Amazing. I bought the album. She's amazing.
She's like, yeah, steroids. She's on steroids.
I already bought it.
So I really appreciate, you know, we have very similar backgrounds, very similar training, and her voice is like beast mode, right? And she's getting a doctorate in vocal performance. So if you hear her sing, she is just as much of an opera singer as she is a gospel singer. And when you hear her sing like her runs, it's just like, how did she go from sounding like a soprano to sounding like a man? You know? It's ridiculous how smooth her voice is. And so I thought it would be really cool to do a workshop that that just discussed that, because I know that's what a lot of singers want to learn, is how to, you know, like what we were doing today, sing those runs really smoothly and stuff like that. So I decided to do a collaborative effort with her, and that's what's happening on June 23rd. Yeah, so I was starting to put together like what I actually wanted to go over, like some actual material, and I think that this song would actually be a really good start, and probably kind of choose from some other artists that do a lot of smooth runs, so we can have a lot of material to cover. So this will be one of them, and then we can kind of take it from there. Yeah, so I do have a discount that's only going on until Monday night, and that gives you 15% off the tickets. Obviously, they had to be a little bit more expensive than these ones because it's not just me. So
Understandable.
So, but yeah, I think it's going to be really, really great, and you guys should sign up.
I already did. I got my ticket.
And it's thank you for those of you who have already signed up, because I actually had to do a pre-sale, because once I put the flyer out, like, people were really excited about it. So I did like a pre-sale price that gave you 25% off, and that was just for 24 hours. And now it's 15% off for the, I don't know if it's another 48 hours, but until Sunday night, midnight, Eastern Standard Time. So you guys definitely should check it out. I think that you will not want to miss it. And even if you end up missing it, I think that you should buy it just so that you can have the recording, because everybody that buys a ticket gets sent a recording to all of these workshops.
Alicia, was she singing like that before she went to, because she just came out of nowhere? And I mean, did she learn this in while being educated, or was she like always a gospel singer? Because I never heard of her before until, I don't know.
I actually don't know. The first time I heard her, I mean, it was a couple of years ago, but I have a feeling she's been training for a really long time, maybe on and off.
Okay.
You know, because you have to get a bachelor's. Yeah. She's probably just, no, I mean, training in a scholastic thing, you know, probably just on and off, in and out of school. Okay. Because she does seem like middle age, so I would guess that she's been developing that for a while. Mm-hmm. But I'll figure that out, Jenny. I'll figure out. I haven't had a chance to look. Yeah, she's actually, you said she used to work at a pharmacy. That's crazy. I remember she posted something really quickly. She posted something. She was on her way to Paris to do, I don't know what role she did in Paris, but it was an opera. And she was like, you know, a year ago today, I got fired from Walmart.
I remember she was singing at Walmart, and they videotaped her. Yeah, they videotaped her at Walmart. Now I remember. And she used to sing. She used to sing walking around Walmart all the time, and that's not it.
It's crazy. Yeah, so I don't really know this. I don't know her story yet, but I'm sure it's very interesting. But okay, guys.
See you next time. Thank you.
I'll see you next time. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
As soon as this, I think we have 2 videos to convert. So as soon as they convert, I will, you know, it takes a while because they're so large. I'll send them over. All right.
Thank you, everyone. A pleasure.
How is everyone texting? I want to say goodbye, but I don't know how.
I don't know, girl. Chat.
Oh, I see it. I see it. Sorry, guys. I'm so new to this.
Bye.
Don't come up.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Jenny, it looks like you signed up for today.
Wait, how do I end this?
Right? Oh, wait, that's how.
I can end it, but I was waiting on Deanna to say her goodbyes.
Oh, Goodbye.
No, I'm saying on your text. I didn't. Oh, you did it. Okay, I wasn't
Yeah.
sure. I can end the call though.
Okay.
Have a good one.